We've got some teal on orange. We have a pretty nice user experience, but there are still problems, right? It's supremely irritating that I type in here, hit enter, and it doesn't clear it out. That black on fire is not particularly readable. So let's take care of some of that stuff. Also, what happens if I don't put anything in there? I just add a bunch of empty bullets. So let's fix some of this stuff. Did anybody make the form clear out by any chance? Can anyone guess how we might do that? So we'd want to do it after you submit, right? The only thing we have to be sure is that we've already gotten the values out first, right? I'd probably just go ahead and put it out at the bottom. So you said just clear out the input. So basically f.flickname.value equals empty string. I think that would do it. Blah, 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 enter, it's gone. Now if we had like 10 inputs in here, that would get pretty old, having to change all of them. And luckily there is an easier way. Forms themselves in HTML have a method on them called reset. So we can call the form.reset. It's a method. We invoke it. And it would clear out any fields. So that's pretty cool. So we use form reset for that. Here's another little nitpicky user experience thing. Okay, when I first load the page, I want to just immediately start typing this stuff. I refresh the page. Ooh, I see a nice form field. I just want to start typing bad boys. Oh, shucks. I can't. I have to click in here. Are you kidding me? Or tab through. I don't want to hit tab. I just want to start typing. Anybody know how we can handle that? I want that thing. I want my cursor to be in there as soon as the page loads. Does anybody know the DOM method for basically putting your cursor inside something? Or the CSS thing for that? Focus? Anybody heard of focus? So if you call, okay, so we have the form.flickname. If we said the form.flickname, .focus, that would put the cursor inside there. If you wanted to take the cursor back out, you could blur it. And guess what? Focus and blur are also events that you can listen for. Something to keep in mind for a future homework, perhaps. If you want something to happen when the cursor starts appearing in there, you could listen for a focus event. So we could, as soon as the page loads, call focus on that field. Lucky for us, HTML5 added a new attribute called autofocus. So we can just find the field we want to do this to. Here it is, flick name. Just add a new attribute called autofocus. Doesn't even need a value. Just autofocus. And then as soon as we load the page, I can just start typing. Refresh, just start typing. Don't have to tab in there. That improves the user experience quite a bit, those two things. Worthy of a commit. Right now it's in our working tree. I've set up Visual Studio Code so that it auto adds. So it's all staged. And I want to say autofocus and require, oh no, I didn't do that yet. Ooh, yeah. Also, right, we said we just hit enter. And it just keeps adding empty bullets. That's silly. So Todd made his not let you do that. Todd, how'd you do it? I have a pretty good idea based on the way it worked.
On a form submit, I have like a form reset button, and then so that'll clear all input
But the you also enforced that it couldn't be blank.
Yeah, no blank, and there was no duplicates also. Correct.
Yeah, and you did that in handle submit, right?
Yes, it did. Yeah, just checked if dot value was, or actually dot length equals 0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you check that value and just check whether the length is 0, then you could do it that way. So you could basically validate it however you want by just putting some stuff in here. Now in HTML5, if you just want to make sure it's not blank, there is an easier way as long as the browser implements it. There's a new attribute you can put on an element. Required. And most modern browsers will enforce that that thing can't be blank. Now then, it's not necessarily up to you unless you write your own JavaScript for this. How that tells the user that it's required, it's up to the browser. But then that also means they're going to get consistent behavior on their operating system and their browser. So let's see. If I don't put it in there, I see, please fill out this field. Very good. So, autofocus and require flick name. Yay.